In today's episode, we take a sneak glimpse at 10 water slides that shouldn't have existed. Watch till the end to find the most terrifying slide. Number 10. Shoot the Rapids. When it comes to amusement parks, Cedar Point Water Park frequently boasts that it is the best in the world. An accident in 2013 upset the authorities. In July of that year, riders were on the river rafting simulation ride called Shoot the Rapids when something went wrong. The boat they were sitting on rolled back up to 187 feet down the lift track, hit the edge of a concrete flume, hit another boat, and flipped over, trapping the riders upside down in the water. The accident occurred because two of the ride's safety features failed. One was supposed to prevent the boat from sliding backward, and the other was supposed to prevent the boat from hitting another boat. Number 9. Vertigo Waterslide. Riders are lowered through a trapdoor down a steep slide and into the sea on the 108-foot-tall Vertigo slide in Aqualandia in Benidorm's Bay. If you make it through the trapdoor, it sounds like a rush. However, only the most courageous people on the earth choose to ride here. According to reports from the Australian Broadcasting Corporation, British visitor Jamie Norman enjoyed the ride so much that he went 3 times. However, the third time didn't go as planned when the trapdoor failed to open, crushing his legs, arms, and face when he got to the bottom of the pool. The tourist was treated on site and was rushed out of the park right away after treatment. Number 8. Aquasphere Waterslide. Families should research potential vacation destinations thoroughly before choosing one. At the Peninsula Aquatic Recreation Center, parents can observe their helpless children needing treatment for injuries caused while riding a slide, notwithstanding how closely linked their family may be. The park features a few drops that are well known and have been involved in numerous incidents. On one occasion, 2 riders hit their heads while riding a slide and sustained head injuries. The slide was closed for 10 months, but a few days after it reopened, a woman was injured in an accident. After riding the Aquasphere, the woman experienced excruciating back pain. Another child slid off the tube and was beaten about the ride's interior before being given an injection. Number 7. Action Park Slide. Who hasn't heard of action parks and the excitement that resides there? This location is one of the most notorious water parks in the world. It was so notorious that it was called Traction Park or Class Action Park. It was closed in 1996 after 6 people died and numerous others were injured. The park lost track of the accidents because they occurred so frequently. It was later reopened in 2010, but the owners weren't sorry for the tragic events that had taken place there in the previous few years. The most hazardous ride in New Jersey, with a 10-foot plunge into a mountain pool, is Cannonball Falls, which leads the list of the world's worst rides in this park. Although only having 6 injuries in 2015, this is still much fewer than the Action Park's 2012 injury total. To protect the lives of upcoming riders, Cannonball Falls was permanently closed before the 2015 riding season ended. Number 6. Abrasion Scoot Waterslide. The edges are a crucial factor to take into account when creating a water slide. However, they can't be too cautious as there may be certain risky sites that might harm if one strikes them. Designers are careful not to reel out anything with sharp edges because it could damage the rider. Imagine a slide at an amusement park without seams, but with metal rollers instead. Someone had the bright idea that a fast stream of water wasn't abrasive enough, so they made a slide out of warehouse rollers. Riders of the Abrasion Scoot slid on a plastic sled, picking up speed and skipping across the water at the bottom like a flat stone. The pool was only 2 feet deep, which meant that riders frequently hit their heads on the concrete. Some unlucky riders fell off the sled on their way down, resulting in a head injury when they got into the pool. To make matters worse, the park staff isn't patient enough to wait for one rider to exit the pool before sending another one down. Number 5. Black Hole. The Wet and Wild Water Park is a thrilling location, but be aware that you could lose your life there. This infamous theme park has everyone talking, especially those who have experienced a close call there. Many of the park's problems started and ended with a ride called the Black Hole, a twisting ride where riders shoot down a dark tube on a 2-person float. One man was injured on this ride in 1994. The victim said that he was attacked by something in the dark and when he arrived at the bottom, his legs were paralyzed. This was so serious that he received a $1.73 million verdict against the amusement park in 2000. The park claimed ignorance, but that is obviously insufficient. Although there were other cases, they were not reported out of fear of the unknown. Employees testified during the trial that rafts were getting stuck and that attendants were forced to send new ones into the ride before the first one exited. This man's injuries were the worst the black hole had ever seen. Number 4. Vertigo Waterslide. When the area was finally sealed off, it was a relief to many people. Unfortunately, people leave their homes only to end up in a park that ultimately claims their life. Riding a water slide is fun for everyone who wants relief from stress after several months of work. Unfortunately, it turns out that these slides are a bad idea. Other injuries occurred in the dark and in cases where people fell off. Sometimes the Schlitterbahn water park in Kansas City wanted to boast to the world that they had the tallest slide, so they built a 170-foot-long slide named Vertigo. It was a feat that many other parks struggled to top. A 10-year-old boy named Caleb Schwab entered the ride, but emerged without his head. The boy's family later reached a $20 million settlement, but no longer had their son. While this seems like a significant amount, it's nothing compared to losing a child. Thankfully, this slide was demolished in 2018 for obvious reasons. The authorities knew that sending them out of the bus would be dangerous. Unfortunately, the claims were dismissed because the evidence brought to the court wasn't strong enough to indict the part. Number 3. Getting stuck. On a slide, there are two things that should never occur. Fortunately for him, a staff member discovered the emergency lever and was able to open the door. It didn't come off quickly as he tried several techniques to make that happen, and the teenager kept screaming from inside that he was freezing while rescue operations were underway. If you find yourself in any of these situations, the first being to be stuck inside and the second being to be hurt, you're in trouble. This kid got stuck in the slide after the door refused to open because it malfunctioned. Number 2. Slip and slide. Although it's perhaps the most benign water slide on the list, it's also not the least dangerous. You might have brought your kids there to ride without recognizing the dangers. Children and adults that plunge into the slide, especially with gusto, may halt in a way that could cause spinal cord injury, which could later result in quadriplegia or paraplegia. Although youngsters love to ride on it, this slide is renowned for injuring many and paralyzing children and adults. It is best to avoid riding in the slip and slide if you weigh more than 125 pounds because you run the risk of suffering a life-altering injury. This is because the slide's forward momentum forces the body into the neck and compresses the spinal cord, even though the slide that causes such accidents was designed in 1993. Number 1. Ride the Steamer Water Slide. Avoid riding the Steamer Water Slide on this ride at all costs. It is one of the world's most deadly slides, according to safety experts, and it is located in the Calypso Water Park. The park operates a dangerous facility while maintaining a false sense of ignorance about it. Over time, this deception has led to more deaths as more visitors partake in the attraction. Riders must sit in tubes and circle a large funnel before washing into an exit slot. Experts compare the feeling to sinking into a toilet bowl. This sounds like a fun pastime for the ideal holiday until the inner tube doesn't turn over before you reach the exit. The amusement park was accused of purposely omitting material that may have been used to convict it. Allegedly, it would treat wounded riders while they were still within the slide. Eventually, 20 allegations of safety violations against the park were brought, but they were ultimately dropped for a lack of proof. Calypso refused to take responsibility for everything they were accused of, even assigning blame to the safety inspector. Yet, the steamboat slide is still in use today. If you guys like this video, go and hit the like and subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss out. That's all for today's video. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Until next time.